Hi Aries, welcome to your March 2022 general tarot reading. It's Raina here. Well, March is a time when the sun goes into your sign, so I'm sure a lot of you have fond feelings about this month in general. And I've already done an astrology reading for March for your sign, so check out my channel in case you haven't seen that. Not surprisingly, there's, I was going to say, major arcana action going at this time where there's a lot going on because of your, and there we go, there's another one, because it's your solar return period. So, okay. Oh, yeah. And I forgot that this is connected to you. How come Aries gets two major arcana cards? The Magician and the Emperor. But I like to think that this is Capricorn, so Capricorn gets the Devil, but I think the Emperor suits Capricorn too. But anyway, they say it's Aries, so let's say this is your card. The Emperor is a card of, this is a card affirming, I think, that this is your time, that things are you're starting to come into your own. Just like I said, astrologically, towards the end of the month, when the sun goes into your sign. But in general, this is a card of somebody who is in control of their life. So if you have, let me bring the past position into this. This is the card of heartbreak, Three of Swords. So yes, I mean, a bad breakup or any kind of breakup can lend itself to this emotion, rejection, feeling rejection, or if you're the one that broke up with somebody else, feeling their pain, not wanting to hurt them, but feeling like you had no choice, you had to do what you had to do, and feeling more in control of your life now. If this is work related, it can be some kind of, situation where your job, you got passed over for a promotion or some kind of project that you really wanted to do, and that makes you feel that that feeling of not being worthy of it. Aries is the first sign, and you want to have that kind of it's not about control so much as being in charge of something, being in that place where you are the one that is doing it. I mean, when I say in charge, yes, I mean, cardinal signs like Aries are natural leaders and kind of the movers and shakers. So if you feel like you weren't given that kind of respect, or if somebody didn't put their faith in you, I mean, that could be how you interpret it. It could be none of those things, and that's the point. But the interesting thing about this is that it can lead you to feel that you need to get your life in order. So the Emperor can be something that you feel that you have to do, not that you have arrived there yet. And so maybe you feel like your life isn't really in control. The number 4 connected to the Emperor is the number of Saturn, and that is the number of organization, foundations. Maybe you are too scattered for some reason. It's funny because I was going to say, if your moon is in Gemini, maybe, but this is actually connected to Gemini. The higher message is the Lover's card, and this can be this sense of having a choice that you have to make. And you know it in the back of your mind, but you can't really accept it because you just want the outer world to reflect it, but sometimes you do have to take that initiative. And I think that Aries people tend to be good with this. The other thing, too, is with your personal life, if you had a breakup that was, or somebody that you thought you were going to have, maybe you didn't actually have a relationship with them, but you thought that it was going to lead to that and it didn't, is that it has created within you this sense of more authority, if you will. And the Lover's card is about intimacy, and that might be part of it. And maybe, people see the Lover's card and they think, oh, it's about sex, and really, it can be about emotional intimacy, even though they're showing it like that. I think that how I would characterize this is perhaps the Aries person got a little bit heartbroken over something that wasn't what you thought it was. Maybe you thought it was a deeper connection than it really was. Maybe it was more of a fling. Maybe the other person didn't take that connection seriously. And so this is your chance to correct that and to kind of get more in control over that area of your life. If you feel like you have a tendency to just kind of jump into things too quickly. The emotional intimacy is something that people take for granted. And that could be the difference between a long-term relationship and a series of affairs or flings. What crosses you is the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius, so if you're dealing with a wayward Sagittarian, then there's your affirmation. But in the upright position, it's about having balance. So this is a sense of imbalance. And for some reason, I was thinking of an astrological aspect of a square between Venus and Mars, or an opposition between Venus and Mars, which are the cosmic lovers. And, this idea of either, especially with the opposition, I don't know if that's the one I'm thinking of. It's like either you fall in love with someone, but you're not physically attracted to them, or you're physically attracted to the people that you really don't care about emotionally, and that need for balance. If this is a personal relationship, if this has to do with work-related matters, if you are looking to be an authority, or would I say an authority? You don't want to be a good leader, let's put it that way. You can't be somebody who thinks that they are the lord over other people. You have to be more democratic, even if you are in that position of authority. And that's a hard thing to do because it's just like a parent. And, I'm not a parent, and I'm not like somebody's boss. So you can write off everything that I say is just like unrealistic. But I really think that if I were a boss, I would be very much asking people, not like weak, where I just want people's approval, but really wanting to know how people feel about certain situations, not acting like this tyrant who is like laying down the law. And the Emperor can be that kind of a very black and white, like, my way or the highway type of person. And that kind of thing is a very off-putting type of behavior. So some people think that is what makes a good parent or a good boss. Yeah, and by the way, the Emperor can be the father. So it's one of those things where it's not about being lax, but it's also not about being a tyrant. And somewhere in between. And that's where the balance or the temperance comes in. And if you see the angel in this picture, one foot is in the water, which represents the emotions or the intuition. One foot is on land, which is the earth or the grounded, like the 3D. So it's like the practical and the spiritual combined in everything that you do. And many people are just one extreme or the other. Either they're very materialistic or they're very spiritual but ungrounded, and then that makes them unrealistic. So you can't have any of those extremes. What's coming in, and here's another sense of duality, the Two of Pentacles. This can be balancing two jobs. If maybe you have decided to start your own business because you feel as though you're always at the mercy of somebody deciding whether or not you get to do something, from that Three of Swords. But also it can be deciding between two job offers. That could possibly be the Two of Pentacles can be a job offer from overseas. And that can be something that you are weighing the options of. Also, just having to make a choice. There could be a Gemini person. The Lover's card is connected to Gemini, but the Three of Swords could be an air sign. So if it's not Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, it could be Libra or Aquarius. So maybe there's two people that way. The Gemini person might be the person that you really belong with, and maybe you've. And when I say Gemini, they may have that strong. They may be like a real witty type of person, intellectual type of person. Maybe it's their Venus or Mars or something something prominent that draws you to them, but you might not see them in a lover's type of a way. You might think that they are just a friend, and yet they are more suitable for a long-term relationship than maybe somebody else. And the outcome is the Empress card, which is connected to Venus, the planet Venus. And Venus rules both Taurus and Libra. And I was going to say, Libra is one of the air signs, and Libra is also your opposite sign. But this is about love and creativity and abundance. So to me, it's almost like if you are willing to get your house in order, to get your life in order, you have the opportunity to do more than one thing. You don't have to just stick to one thing. There's some duality here, and you can still reap the rewards of abundance and ease. Venus life can be easier. You may have to, with the Emperor, you may have to be tough on yourself a little bit. You may have to, what I mean by that is, I don't mean like put yourself through something really horrible, but you just might have to kind of discipline yourself so that you can achieve your goals. Maybe you're kind of like out of whack with the Temperance and the Challenge position. And then you can have the relationship you want, the abundance that you're seeking. That can kind of be the sign that you're on the right track. That you're, because with the Three of Swords, this makes you feel not good. You know, when you feel good, it just is a sign that you're doing what you should be doing. But you have to, sometimes you have to give yourself a little bit of tough love and not just, keep going the way that you might have been going recently. Okay, that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.